This is where it all begins. The journey to become racing's ultimate champion starts with the biggest race of the year. Right here at NASCAR's most decorated and hallowed roads. Its beauty can often be overshadowed by its fierce intimidation. But if you can conquer this masterpiece, you will forever be remembered in racing lore.
Am I dreaming right now?
History has already been made leading up to this race. Who will make history today? It's 500 grueling miles, unsettling speeds, inches away from disaster, where anyone's dream can end at any second. But one driver will persevere and celebrate a moment that is etched in racing history. This is the Great American Race. This is the Daytona 500.
Welcome to the FMB Cup Series live from Daytona, round number 1. Very early in the practice today. Let's get a heads up who's going to be helping me call the race at the High Banks today.
I'm Steve Jones.
And I'm Hunter Smith.
And with that, we're going to go to qualifying for the first of this season. And we're back. Qualifying has just finished. Jake Blackhall in the 9 is going to be your pole sitter, followed by the 24 of Hagan, the 17 of Davis, the 32 of Blythe, and Zach Golbeck in the number 30, or in the number 40. We'll round out your top 5. Let's get to today's race, and while we're waiting for these cars to get around this 2.5 mile track before we see 200 miles per hour lap racing, let's talk to our commentators. What can we expect to see today for this first race in the Cup Series with all these young drivers? Anybody?
Expect to see a pretty big pack today here at Daytona. Qualifying's not going to mean a lot, but definitely going to help you starting out front there for Blackhall.
Weeks, the bubble behind the cars, it's going to be interesting to see if someone can break through that bubble.
Most definitely. We'll have to wait and see, because through the practice races we had ran here, especially with speed weeks and early winter testing, we've seen a lot of contact with the cars going through these corners. A lot of these guys could not stay off the left side of the car. We'll have to see if that's changed.
Drivers, start your engines!
The command to fire the engines has been given, and we are about to go green here. But before that, we have to wait for these guys to get around this big track, but once they get to the line, it'll take them just about one lap to be up to full speed.
I'm looking for Daniel Peacock to get up there near the front. He's got a fast car, showed it all speed weeks. I'm looking forward to that.
Jake Blackhall and the 24 are going to lead him to the line. Green flag in the air for the first race in the FMB Cup Series.
24 is starting to pull out over the 9. Looks like he's going to clear him going into turn 1.
And already 3 wide for second place is Golbeck on the bottom, the 9 and the 32. The 32 way up high, but now look at the 40 and the 4. They got something going on the bottom already off turn number 2.
24 with a great start there, gets to a big lead early now.
And you have to keep a watch on this pack, because they are already 3 and looking 4 wide as they go into turns 3 and 4.
Andrew Schwartz leading the middle lineup through here in number 7, Flying J Chevrolet.
As they cross the line to complete lap number 1, your leader still is the 24, and he has a powerful engine under that car. Look at him trying to pull away by himself, but it isn't going to last long, because I suspect either that 4 on the top, or look at the 11. Here he comes, Robinson in the 11, trying to make something work, but he gets shuffled out of line off turn 2.
Having some aggressive pushing here just behind the leader here with the 2 of Bates and the 15 of Pacioli, trying to make up ground and take this lead.
Like Blackhall coming up through the middle now, along with the 15 of Timmy Pacioli.
Yeah, I think we'll start seeing these lines work as once these guys get a little bit more coordinated, as you're starting to see a little bit more finely tuned line. And even that third line is starting to progress. Look at the 17. He's going to jump in the middle line. They're going to try to get 3 lines working as the first 2 cars are single file, but everything back behind them is double and triple.
Jordan Robinson coming up, clearing the pack along with the 24. Is Mr. Kendall leading the high line now.
Why is it that these 2 guys up front, and it looks like it might progress into be the third car of Kendall, as Hunter was just talking about, why is it that these guys can pull away like they are?
All through Speed Weeks, we've seen this, and it's just that once you get side by side with a guy, it just starts dragging you back, and you just kind of get all walked up. And so if you just snap out of that and have clean air in both sides, you can start pulling away.
It'll be interesting to see, but look at this. Kendall, he's going about 206 across the line, as well as the guys in front of him. But if you go farther back, it's not the same. Some of these guys are going slower. In the middle, it's definitely slower, as they're only going 204 at the speed trap going into 1. And look at the 4 car with the big move to the bottom.
Castellanos with a big run down the backstretch now.
Passing Ryan Williams, the number 42. He's a rookie this year. 69 years old.
The 4 car trying to make his...
That Ryan Williams is a young one, though.
Yeah, he's definitely showing a lot of
Young
spark
at
with
heart,
his age.
that's for true.
Oh, look at this. The 78 already starting to push a little bit, and he was almost on the apron as they came around turn number 4.
If number 40 got the wall a little bit going into the tribal, it'll be interesting to see how that affects his car later in the run.
Now we're starting to see a second pack, if you will, forming, as I believe we're going to see the first 2 cars start to pull away as
Alex Bates.
Sorry, I had a little...
Searching for him now. Number 2 car. We see him dropping back a little bit from the main pack.
As Smith was saying earlier on, the 11 and the 24 have an advantage because they're not running side by side with someone, and that seems to slow people down as we had a little bit of contact with the 17, or excuse me, the 43 coming off the corner.
This 55 starting to pinch the 3 an awful lot there. It's almost made contact coming through the tribal. Be interested to see if they end up making contact, because that can result in a hard lick for True. As the 1 car almost turning,
Look at
like Castellanos guy there.
Yeah, the 78, man, he made a move coming off turn number 2, and he's carrying it all the way down the backstretch. Unfortunately, I think the 99 and the 11 are going to have the advantage, as they were just nose to tail there. But now we're starting to see these guys get caught by the leaders, as Stills, the 24, still leads. A dominant fashion here at Daytona, as a huge pack behind him, though, still remains.
But you just gotta think, though, the 78 of the Mist making this move and getting drivers to follow them. This is our chance for their lead change here, getting everybody back up to the 24.
Look at the 3 of Davis. He's pushing the 4. 3 and 4 trying to make something up on these leaders. And I think everybody's starting to realize that running side by side and even 3 wide isn't really going to work out. So they're trying to find a partner, and they're going to work their way back up to the front. And it's just occurring. As look at the 78 inside to try to take the lead from the 24. Try to lead a lap here. Only one person's done it all day.
Definitely trying to hold the ground here. He might be able to get the run up off the corner, and it looks like he does.
That 24 is strong, but it's helping him a lot because he has a couple cars much closer to him than the 78 of DeMist does.
24 does lead that lap. 78 still working at it.
A perfect day for the 24 so far early on here at Daytona. 8 laps in. And so far, we have remained green, which is really interesting. As far as comparing it to Speed Weeks goes, we've seen a lot of trouble throughout Speed Weeks, and I think these guys have just got it figured out. And man, the 78 almost just caused a big one right there. Putting the 24, he is in the wall. Look at the 24. You can't get any more higher than that.
And this
Robson looking underneath the 24 now. Looks like
oh, the 4!
There we go. It's gonna be a hard lick on the inside wall there.
Oh, it's a bad crash coming off turn 4.
Hard lick, man.
Coming to the
gosh.
flag. We've got a lot of cars on the apron here just trying to miss this.
It doesn't appear the
Oh,
clock is
Lord,
out
Wrecking
yet.
after the line.
One car almost upside down. It's just going to...
Jordan Davis is around there. That's
That'll
a
bring out
hard
the
lick on
yellow.
the outside wall by Davis. I hope he's all right.
Davis has gotten that car fired back up. And we're looking for the 4, which I believe has I'm not sure if he made contact with the wall. He was sure as heck heading towards it pretty fast.
I see a little bit of damage on the right front there.
Okay, going back and looking at it now. We'll go back and look at it coming off 4 here. 7 gets right into him, and just like that, he heads right towards that inside wall, and he hits it hard.
Gosh, yeah, you see the safer barrier moved there, but the roof flaps did their job, put the car back on the ground. That's what I like to see about that.
Especially after last year, which we've seen 2 unfortunate incidents with 2 drivers losing their lives. It's good to see. Caution flag out for the first time here in the FMB Cup Series at Daytona, as the field's going to pick up the pace car on the back straightaway. We're going to go to a caution flag. Your leader is the 24 of Hagen. We'll be right back after these messages.
So I was reeling her in, and that fish was that big.
No, it's only that big.
I gotta find myself a nice country girl already.
On that thing?
Yep, on farmersonly.com.
Wow, she sure is pretty.
And she likes to fish, too.
Boys, I found myself a date. Gotta go.
I'm telling you, that fish was this big.
What's the name of that dating site again?
farmersonly.com.
You don't have to be lonely at farmersonly.com.
We have returned to the FMB Cup Series round number 1 at Daytona. 11 laps in, and we have our first caution with for a 1-car spin off turn 4, and then another 2-car spin through the tri-oval after the yellow's taken. All the drivers involved have since been released back onto the track, with the damage not being too severe to knock the 4 out or the other cars involved at the 95. They have returned to the tail end of the longest line after the repairs. Your leader still is the 24 of Hagen, Cody Hagen. And we're about to take the green flag. Do you think, Steve, that we could possibly see the 78 make a move on this start to try to get past the 24?
Definitely going to be interesting to see what they do here, starting single file this time.
Coming around to take the green.
Green flag is out. Cody Hagen leads, and already big moves in the back. These guys are wasting no time. They know it's go time.
Timmy Pacioli coming around at number 40, almost in the wall, however. It's, these cars have been getting really close to the wall, especially when they're 3 wide.
Yeah, I don't think Goldbeck gave them enough room, really, but they've got it siphoned out now. Already jumping up to that top line, and the 3's going to follow.
We got a battle for the lead up here, guys.
And look at the 78 of Demis. He tried it before the caution came out, and now he's going back for round 2, and the 11's going to follow on the bottom. But that 24 is so strong.
Drafting help. You just got to break through that bubble, Steve. The hardest part about these new cars. They just got to break through the bubble, and then you shoot out there, and you get a good lead. Now you see the 78 clearing the 24 as the 24 drops back to 3rd.
But that's going to open the door.
That 11 to make the move here, and he does.
Here comes the 11, and as all these guys are fighting for position, here comes the 3 and the 99, and they are hooked.
This is what these fans wanted to see. I mean, all speed weeks, they've kind of been complaining about not being able to pass for the leader. And, I mean, you know, the second half of the race here, we're starting to get in the closing laps. It's really what these fans deserved here is a nice little pass for the lead, you know, left and right, left and right. Who's going to win this race? You just don't know.
We're going to be looking 3 wide down the backstretch for 1st, 2nd, and 3rd here. Look at this.
Aggressive pushing by the 3 of Davis now, and going to try and get that 99 up there and try and lead this lap.
Aggressive pushing by a little bit of everybody. Look at the 3, look at the 15, but most importantly, like you were saying, the 24 of Hagen and the 78, they've locked up. They were just kind of rivals there for a second. At the line, that's too close to call right there. And look,
it's going to lead that lap.
And we're gonna have a battle for 1st place again, with the 3 now being involved. 3 wide for 1st. 3 is
Mr. Davis, of course, bringing back the number 3 to the FMB Cup Series after the unfortunate accident of the most recent driver of the number 3.
The 15 pushing him down the backstretch still, and the 24 and the 78 are pushing. Are these guys going to get too hot and going to have to air this car out? Because we do know you can't push forever.
I don't know. Here at the end, I don't think it really matters. You just go until it quits.
Oh, man, Pacioli almost got into Mr. Davis's car there. That was going to be just almost a mirror image of the last accident we just had.
Exactly. I was going to say that's a carbon copy of what we've seen with the 4. Thankfully, it has not occurred yet, because he has not gotten off the back of that left side, and we were talking about that in pre-race. They've got to be careful here. 5 to go next time by.
He's still peeking there. I mean, you
Gotta be careful.
about these,
15. Oh, he gets into him. Oh,
They
but
save it.
they save
saved
it. And it's like a
That's
slingshot.
The talent right there.
Look at the
That's
7
amazing
though.
talent.
Look at the top line, excuse me, the 24 and the 78, the 99 and the 11. It's a powerhouse move and he's going to drop to the bottom because of it.
Oh, and Pacioli's getting tired of the 3 car. He's putting him up in the sucker hole.
Man, you got to be careful though. The 99 is on the left side of that 24 now and the 78 shot out like if he was shot out of a canyon.
Whoa,
these
man.
drivers are
Canyons
getting-
are really deep too.
They're getting comfortable here. They're just pushing as much as they can and not safe. The cars are not stable enough to be doing that, but they just want to go forward.
It's
This
great.
track is not very smooth. It is bumpy.
If you joined in to watch the first 7 laps, this is nothing like the first 7 laps. The first 7 laps were pretty calm and we had some breakaways. Now it's everybody at their throats down the backstretch here at Daytona.
Still the same leaders though, the 24 and 78 going head to head, but it's looking like Pacioli's got a really fast car near the end. As we see the number 1 looking to make it 3 wide for, I guess, 8th position.
Christian Kendall now getting around a 32 here, putting him up into the middle line.
Quite honestly, I'm not sure if you're going to be able to beat the 78 or the 24. It's going to take a really big formation, either high or
Here
low.
comes, but Pacioli just keeps looking underneath everybody he gets behind. It's going to be kind of interesting to see if he does or does not hook anybody by the end of this race.
Pacioli is aggressive enough and he has the car to do it. He's the guy to be looking at right now if you want anybody to beat that 78 or 24.
Next time by, we will see the red flag lap. If a caution is to come out past then, the race will be called. The next flag will end the race. But down the backstretch, these guys don't care. The 78 would love to see a caution flag now as he's literally doing everything in his power to keep the 24 behind him. But look at the 15 of Pacioli and the 78 tries to block. It is all too late. Look at the 15 in turn 4.
Pacioli with the run now, clearing, even gapping the car behind him. He's going to look up high. He's going to stay down low.
Oh, but here comes the 78, the 24, the 11, and the 40. Count goal back there. They are back, and they are in black. They are putting one down in turn number 1.
Goldbeck's in a white car, Tom.
Here comes the 15 to the 3 wide position. He doesn't want to be there. Man, he was just in the glory zone. Now
Glory hole, Tom.
78 down the backstretch.
Pacioli was looking for that side drive up through the tri-oval, and it cost him now. He's falling back.
It's looking like that damage might actually be helping the number 40 there as he, remember he got in the wall there early. He's a white car.
The 24.
With a power move.
And look at the 99. He's going to follow suit.
Oh, man,
Oh,
the 40
man.
got in the back of the 1 there. That was almost another mirror image of the earliest caution there.
This is it. White
Here
flag
we go.
next time by, but it's going to end the race if a caution comes out.
If we do take the white, the drivers will race it back.
Man, the 78 and the 11 going to have to form something because if the 99 is even halfway smart, he won't push that 24 because alone that car can do some damage. Uh-oh, the 24 trying to move high down the backstretch.
He successfully throws the block here. He's going to stop the 78's momentum.
I'm looking right here. The number 99 is about the only Ford in the top 15. It's kind of interesting. Maybe that new front end isn't really helping him out much.
Man, the 24 is micromanaging. He's low, he's high, he's middle. He's going to have to make a move, and he's made the wrong one. Now he realizes he's lost the top. White flag in the hands of the starter. 1 lap before we crown a winner at Daytona.
Neck and neck here going down into turn 1 with the 78 looking for a run.
Might be coming up on lap traffic here as Castellanos, the car in the earlier incident, is
Oh, yeah, very
just coming
slow.
on the back straightaway. It'd be a shame to see him ruin this race. It's a great race.
It's a 30 miles per hour difference, and they are going to get to him. So where do you go? The 4 is being called to go low, but he's not listening just yet. The 70 and the 24 are going to battle it out, whether they have to deal with him.
This is going to affect this race right here, Tom.
He's going to be right in the middle of the track. Here they come. Off turn number 4, the 24 leads, but it might be off or not. Here comes the 78.
man.
High, low. They split him, and the 24 wins.
Wow. What a race, guys. What a race.
And behind him, they are doing everything to dodge him as he has literally become a roadblock.
I just don't understand why the Ford didn't get out of the way. It's like he can't hear us or something.
Thankfully, he didn't really mess it up too much, but the 78 did get in the wall a little bit, and it might have cost him a second place finish. The 99 had something there, but a little too late. Wow. Well, your winner is going to be Cody Hagan in the 24, who led all but a handful of laps today's race, followed by London in the 99, Demis in the 78, Kendall in the 1, and the 11 of Robinson, and will finish in the top 5 On the left side of your screen will be the full leaderboards, and in the description will be all the links you'll need to figure out the points and the statistics for today's race. Make sure you check out the Facebook for all news regarding the series, and make sure you check out every Friday to tune in for the FMB Cup Series only on Totally Gaming HD2. For the commentators and myself, we'd like to thank you for joining in for the series, and we hope you enjoyed today's broadcast event. Thank you very much.